Hey everyone, welcome to Willow's Whimsy. Boy, I am plowing through my videos this week and I am trying to keep them, I say 10 minutes, 15 minutes or under. 10 minutes would be goals and 15 is like, okay. I'm Neecie and I am doing a series called My Story and kind of going from birth until now. But I'm trying to hit it, so I'm not going into major details like the first year of my life. I tried that before, and oh my God, I get triggered by stuff from the past, and I'm just trying to do this from the mental health perspective. And so this is episode 6, and we're on, I think I ended at 3rd grade. I do want to do something though. I'll talk about 4th and maybe 5th grade a little bit, but I wanted to say, because I'm kind of focusing on the negative, the behaviors that started. And there were behaviors from a very young age. But I did mention too, I think it was, I don't know, it was in one of the prior videos in this series, that my teachers, the good ones, who cared and didn't just see an angry, volatile little girl, they kind of saw the whole picture and they kind of knew while she's living with her grandparents, something clearly happened with her parents. Like, they may have not known the whole story, but, and maybe they were just empathic people too, kind people would say it's so weird because you had this extreme, right? Like, which was psychotic. I could go into a rage so fast and go off on someone. But then the teachers that were good and noticed also said she is the most, on the other hand, tender-hearted little thing and wise beyond her years. And that, I mean, I can look back at it now and it's not a bragging perspective, but those things were true too. I carried such shame with me though that I couldn't see those things. And I talk about big emotions, you know, the anger, the jealousy of others, resentment, blame, judgment. Those have definitely been with me my whole life. But on the other hand, when I'm happy, I'm really happy. I feel it with every cell in my body. When I love you, I love you. Like, I'm in. Love gets a little weird, and we'll get into that more in my story. There's a difference between putting people up on pedestals because they're nice to me. There's a difference between obsessing, I wanted to say obsessing, and I was obsessing. What a relationship is, because I never really got that, you know? I never really got the part that comes after the initial passion and excitement. I didn't get that, because I push people away. And what I can tell you these days, my circle is very small. I see my friends for who they are. We all, you know, expose our warts to one another and nobody judges. We support one another, we love one another. And I just needed to say that there's good things there too. I'm very creative. I love making homemade bath and body products. I love writing, whether it's writing actual stories, you know, journaling, what have you. I've crocheted in the past. There are a lot of people out there who have a Denise blanket. And yeah, so anyway, I felt like I needed to say that because it wasn't all bad. It felt like it at the time. So let's go into 4th and 5th grade, make this video hopefully not too long. So that self-esteem piece was there. I've talked about the fact that I was chubby. I wasn't fat, I wasn't obese, but I might as well have been for the way I had body dysmorphia when I was little, but not Like, I thought I was 5 times huger than I was, and I felt massive compared to my very thin, very pretty friends. I compared my insides to their outsides, and I didn't measure up. It was bad, you know. One thing that really, there's 2 things that became prevalent during this time. I had my first crush, and that lasted for about 2.5 years. His name was Tim. He's still in my life, you know. He was older by 3 years, so he kind of stayed away from me. And we reconnected via Facebook years and years later, but the obsessing. I would think about him all day long in school. I met him roller skating. Kirsten and I used to roller skate a couple times a week. And then our friend Sherry roller skated, and she always was there. So if Kirsten couldn't go, I knew I'd see Sherry and I could hang with her. Lisa went sometimes, beast, you know. But the obsessing about him in school, obsessing about him after school, getting ready to go roller skating, and my heart is pounding because and you guys, I'm 11, okay? I'm 11 years old. And can't wait to see him. Found out his phone number, so calling constantly and hanging up. This was pre-cell phone, okay? This was pre-caller ID. And, or saying, I love you, and hanging up. And he knew who it was. He was never mean to me. He was never mean to me. But, you know, I was a little kid. I was 11 and he was 14 when I met him and became, you know, 12, and he was 15, whatever. It's kind of a big age difference at that age. I thought about him on the weekends. The second piece, and this kind of actually started maybe in 3rd grade, but it really took off, was my inability to live in reality. I hated it. I don't remember. I was happy when I was playing with my friends, you know. I just don't remember being really happy, you know, or what's the word? Like, I guess I'm thinking of fulfilled, but it's more like comfortable, you know, like there's a happiness in just the routine and comfort, routine and comfort. And I never experienced that. I got very happy when I got new things. I got very happy when Tim would look at me and smile at the roller rink, you know. I got happy when I was creating shenanigans with Kirsten or Lisa. Those were my 2 main shenanigan makers. Sherry and I, we didn't get into a ton of shenanigans. We were little shits together, but we were, it was different. Like, but I love Sherry so much. She's on my Facebook. She doesn't say a lot. She's quiet. But yet I know she watches because she'll like certain posts from time to time. And I hope she's okay. I love you, Sherry, if you see this, and I miss you. Anyway, so the obsessing. And the other part was I could go in my room, and when I went in my room, there was a whole different world. You know, when I was in 4th, 5th grade, it was Sean Cassidy, John Travolta, and so I had posters in my room. And I would go in my room and turn the radio on, and I was a star. And all these, you know, rock stars would see me and want to watch me dance. I mean, it's so funny when you think about the maturity, the brain and everything. But like, and people were clapping. And then like, if there were people I was angry at in my room, I would just like go off on them, and I would be yelling at the wall. And my sister came in one time and saw me, and she said, I was like, there was no one there, but I'm yelling at the wall. And she started laughing. I probably chased her down and pummeled her because I was mortified. But the last thing that I'm going to bring up, this video is fairly short this time, was My desire to do A, whatever I was told not to do, and B, whatever I knew probably wasn't in my best interest. Let's do it. A little bit of thrill seeking, definitely chasing adrenaline, chasing excitement. If it was wrong, if we weren't supposed to do it, I was in. And that did not stop for a long, long, long time. So that's where I'm going to stop this video. All those things, you know, obsessing, not being able to deal with reality, and, you know, making really bad choices with my personal safety. Those are all borderline personality disorder things. So I was sitting there just brewing in it and no one knew. I don't even know if it was a thing back then, if they discovered it. But there I was in the thick of it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I brought this up in every video. I am 5 subscribers away from 700. Took me like almost 11 years to get 550. And so to get almost 100, or it will be 150 in a year, if I get 5 subscribers by the second week of May, it'll be a year and a half. I got 150 subscribers. So thank you. I'm here to create a safe place where we can talk about mental health, where we can, but I will say this, solution and working through these issues, not using them as an excuse, because everything was an excuse for me. And I believe in accountability and all that, but I want it to be safe. I want it to be a place, hopefully, where people don't get triggered, but just support each other, you know? Anyway, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload new materials. And go ahead and comment. I would love that. Thank you again so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day.